There's been so much drugstore makeup released in 2024, so today we're gonna go over it all and talk about the best drugstore releases of this year so far, because we still got about a half of the year left to go. Let's chat about what is really popping so far. Hey friends, my name is Meg if you're new here. I'm a beauty and lifestyle creator. I do a lot of attainable beauty videos, all sorts of stuff. I've been creating content for 15 years. You can find me on social media. We can be friends on Instagram. I'm the self-proclaimed drugstore queen. I've been discovering dupes and doing drugstore reviews for well over a decade. So I've tried a lot of makeup in my time. There's been a lot of great things released, but I've narrowed this down to a few items, well, over 10 items we're gonna talk about, but there's been so much. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, the internet has been on this like bronzing drops craze. And I feel like it's not for everyone. I don't use them all the time in my routine. I do tend to grab them more in the summer, especially when I'm self-tan and I kind of want to match my face to my neck because my face the self-tanner doesn't really stick as well on my face. Or I like to mix it in with my foundation to kind of boost up the foundation a little bit. And there are two standout products. I think one is better than the other. So my top choice for the bronzing drops this year has been the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Bronzing Serum. It's in a glass bottle that's kind of like not super travel friendly, but I really like the texture of it. I really like the tone of it. I think it's really nice, especially if you use self-tanner and you want to kind of match everything together. It also has that traditional Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer smell. So if you're sensitive to that, you may not like this. If you don't like fragrance, don't pick this up. I personally love the fragrance of it. It doesn't bother me. I feel like it dissipates. This would be my top choice of all the bronzing drops I've tried in recent times, especially this year. The runner-up for this, I would say, would be the e.l.f. bronzing drops. They're really trying to channel the drunk elephant here. I mean, it's clear e.l.f. has become a dupe brand at this point. I don't care either way, as long as you get to find a great product that's in your budget. Whatever. There's a lot of e.l.f. in this video today, so clearly I don't have anything against them. These drops I have these in the rose gold. I just find that they don't blend out quite as seamlessly as the Physicians Formula ones. This is the rose gold color, and that's what it looks like on my hand. And the tone is really nice. It's like a really nice neutral, especially if you are more cool toned undertones to your skin. You might like this one a lot. I just find that this one has a more seamless blend than this one. This one, I think it's meant to be used more mixing, and this one I feel like you can use it by itself. That's my thoughts. I haven't been trying this for but like maybe a few weeks. I mean, I've been wearing it consistently, and I think that I've tried a few complexion releases. There was a Wet n Wild skin tint. I don't think it's as good as their tinted hydrator, but this stood out to me, the new e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I don't remember the other one that supposedly this is a reformulation of, and I don't know if they're trying to channel a certain foundation with this, but it reminds me a lot of like the feeling of the Armani Luminous Silk, but it's not. It's a thicker consistency. I feel like it kind of is channeling those foundations where it's like that really nice satin finish. It almost looks glowy, but I do like to mix it with this because this is a little light for me right now, so I've been mixing it. It definitely has a nice long wear finish to it, so it wears really long. It has a satin finish. It's buildable. I love the packaging. Like, I love a squeezy tube. I feel like it's just easy to use. It's travel friendly. Throw it in a makeup bag and it's not going to break inside the makeup bag. It says that it's hydrating, so I feel like a lot of skin types are going to like this. It's not flat matte. It just has almost like this glowy finish, but it's not greasy or dewy looking. So I feel like a lot of skin types will really like this. So give it a try if you're curious. To me, this is the biggest foundation standout of the year so far at the drugstore. And then we're still on the e.l.f. train. Gotta talk about the liquid blushes. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with these e.l.f. liquid blushes. I feel like the pink shades, these like Coming in Hot Pink and Pinky Promise are these. And I find that these two shades are so difficult to work with if you're a beginner. Like, they are so pigmented. Just so you know, I film in natural light. I always say this every time I film, but like, if the lighting is always changing, it's because a cloud is going by and then the sun is coming out. What was I saying about these blushes? So I find that these hot pink ones, you really really need to be careful with them. You got to put one drop on, use your brush, and then apply to the cheek. If you apply it directly to the face, good luck to you, because you will look like a clown. But they're just so freaking affordable, and they really are channeling those rare beauty shades. And I think that this shade, the mauve one, oh gosh, what is the name of, why do they make these? Suave Mauve. Suave Mauve is a lot easier to work with. This is what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. It is a really pretty neutral shade that I think is gonna look good on so many people. It's a lot easier to work with. I still put it on the back of my hand because I get a really nice even application with them that way. I just think if you're new to liquid blushes, you definitely want to apply to the hand first, work it into your brush, and then apply. The colors are really pretty. They look gorgeous on the skin once you've kind of perfected the technique. Do like them though. This cream bronzer, what is going on with Milani? Like, they're always knocking it out of the park too. So this Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer, this is in the shade Spilling Tea. I love this shade. It's very neutral without it getting too warm, too cool. Almost has sort of a yellow undertone to it, but it's not orange. It's very pretty. I feel like it just blends beautifully. I like to take my brush. If I'm not sure that I've gotten even application on the brush, I, put the brush on my hand. Like, I use the back of my hand for so much. I just work it into the brush and then apply to the face. This is so creamy. There's a little swatch of it. Let's swatch it on the back of my hand so you can see. So incredibly creamy. The undertone of this is gorgeous. I love a neutral bronzer. I don't like it to be too cool because then it looks gray, muddy. It can look patchy. So I love a nice neutral look to it. The last face product I want to mention is something that I don't think anybody's talking about. I feel like I'm the only person talking about this. This is the Revolution Beauty highlighter. It came out this year, and this is in the shade Rose Luster. It really is reminiscent to me of the Rare Beauty highlighters. They aren't as like soft and silky to the touch. This isn't quite as delicate, but when you get it on the skin, it's the same exact look to the face. Like, look at that. It's on my face right now. I mean, just look at how pretty that is. I feel like it's a great dupe. Nobody's talking about it though, but except for me. And if you're just like a highlighter junkie, you're really going to like this. Or if you really like the Rare Beauty highlighters, you're gonna love this one. Okay, let's move on to the eyes. I don't hear people talking about this either, but I feel like I can only find it at Ulta. Maybe that's why it's not like so super accessible. But this is the Essence Blend in Line eyeshadow stick. Blended Line eyeshadow stick. And this is in the shade Full of Beans. I've, sharpened it and used it quite a lot. It's this beautiful, neutral, shimmery brown, like dark brown. It blends out like a dream and it wears all day. So if you're a fan of cream shadow sticks, this is so good and it's so stinking affordable. I have to mention it because I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about these, but again, it's like only at Ulta, so highly recommend it. The one mascara launch for me this year that I really liked so far, I mean, the year's not over, we're in summer. The mascara that I've liked so far this year from the drugstore has been the e.l.f. Lash Extender. A tubing mascara is gonna give you nice separation and length. They're not gonna give you as much volume, but I find that this one is really great. If you're a really big fan of the Thrive mascara, this is probably the closest drugstore alternative to that. What do my eyeballs look like? It does look good. My lashes do look long, separated, and it is a long wear formula. If you want to learn more about tubing mascaras, just Google it. They just wear really long, but they're also very easy to remove. Give it a try if you haven't tried it. We're going to brows. I have two brow products. This is like never like me to have two brow products to talk about. What? This is brand spanking new, and I've been using it for like a week and a half straight. And I can usually tell with a brow product, especially like this, whether or not it's gonna work on me like the first try. This is the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel. I really think that they're trying to dupe the Refi one. And I had that one and it was just, the hold is good, but the product is messy and it's so easy to mess up. And so I've just been using the Got to Be Glued, the hair glue stuff. I put it in my own little spoolie and I do it myself that way because I feel like nothing, and I mean nothing, holds my wiry brows. They're like thick, wiry brows. Nothing holds except for the Got to Be Glued because it literally is like glue on your face. Enter this. And I find that this is everything that I wished the Refi, I don't know how to pronounce that brand, Refi brow laminating thing would have been, because you don't get that crusty, dusty residue that the other one gives. It dries down clear. You don't get nastiness around the brows. It doesn't build up. It holds so well. I would say it is about 80% as good of a hold as the Got to Be Glued. I can't say that for literally anything else on the market. And my brows are microbladed because I'm a victim of the 90s and early 2000s when I overplucked my eyebrows. But I do like to fluff up the fronts of my brows to give some nice fluffiness, so my brows don't look as super like angular and structured. I feel like fluffing the fronts up gives me that nice and natural look that I'm looking for with the microblading. What is going on at the drugstore with brows this year? Because this Maybelline brow pen, what? It is better than so many brow pens on the market, and it's so affordable. It's the thinnest brush tip applicator, and you get the most perfect little baby hair-like strokes. You probably can't see it because they're baby hair-like. This brow pen, and it does have a little brow gel on the other side. I've tried it a few times. It definitely doesn't hold like the little laminator one, but like if you are just quickly doing your brows and you want to set them into place, this gel does work really well for that. I barely use it. I really just bought it for the pen, but it has the added bonus of the little gel. I have 3 lip products to chat about. First is another Milani product, because Milani is also killing it, and it is their Color Fetish Hydrating Lip Stains. So these come in like bolder colors, and they're really, really pretty. If you want a nice hydrating lip stain, you're gonna really like these. I have trouble with traditional lip stains. I can never get them to like look good on me. The ones that you like apply and peel them off, they never look good on me. But this one is a really nice formula, because while it is very bold, like when you apply it, it looks like this. You can do that. What I like to do with it is I like to kind of tap it in the center of my lip and like tap it out with my finger to give like this like bitten popsicle look. And I used it in my Sabrina Carpenter makeup tutorial that I did on Instagram. Oh look, see, I wipe it off my hand and there's a little stain. That's what I like about it, is that you can apply it and then you sort of like wipe it down or blot it down, and you get this really nice stain behind. You can apply a lip liner and then just kind of tap this in the center of the lips, and then you get just a nice rosy pinky stain that's left behind. This was a release that I really enjoyed. If you like lip plumpers, I think you'll really enjoy it. It's spicy. It's not as spicy as some of the Too Faced ones, but it does, like if you're sensitive to the spice tingle stuff, you might not like this, but it's the Maybelline Lifter Plump. I really love the formula of this. It's like their traditional lifter glosses, but then you get that nice plumping vibe to it as well. It definitely like juices up the lips. I definitely see a difference. It's obviously only temporary. It's just something to give your face a little juice as you're finishing your makeup. I put it on like 30 minutes ago and I'm still kind of feeling a little tingle. This is in the shade Pink Sting. I don't think they're super pigmented. It's just kind of like a wash of color. This lip oil, so nice. It's again an e.l.f. product. It is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil, and I have it in the shade Rose Envy. I really like this shade. It's kind of like a slight wash of rosiness to it, which I feel like pairs great with a lip liner. If I'm just running out the door and have like no makeup on, I'll even wear this. I brought this with me skiing. I loved how hydrating this is. I put it in my ski jacket, and we would take a break and I'd be like, I gotta hydrate my lips from this dry, snowy air. It's very, very hydrating. I love the applicator. It's that, you know, big little flat applicator that people like. I've used so much of it already, and I feel like I've been using it for a while and I still have a lot left. And then the last product I want to mention is this setting spray from NYX. It is the Marshmellow setting spray. I find that this just smells so good, and it's supposed to be like a matte finish makeup setting spray. I'm gonna talk to you. Oh, it smells so nice. It definitely does smell like marshmallowy yumminess. It's like sugary marshmallowy. But if you don't like scents, stay away from this. If you do like a nice refreshing little sweet, you feel like a little piece of candy, you'll like it. But as it's drying down, I noticed that it doesn't go like make my face super matte. It's just like a natural satin finish, and that's what I really like in setting sprays, where it just sets everything down and it has a really nice satin finish, and that's what I'm getting for this. I notice when I'm wearing this that it definitely does increase the longevity of my makeup, and I love the small size to it, so it's very travel friendly, easy to throw in your bag, and that is everything today. So like every video, everything's linked in the description box below, and hopefully Hopefully this has been helpful as you are making your purchasing decisions with so many makeup releases that have been coming out, what you think might work best for you. So do you need every single one of these? No, but if something is catching your eye and you've heard about it and you're curious about it, and I've given my stamp of approval, it's the sign. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I love you, and I'm gonna see you all in my next video. Bye.